There is a world hidden in plain sight. Here, every heartbeat is a race against time. A moment of inattention means the end. Decay gives way to rebirth.
The lines on the croc.
A perfect circle, cruel yet just. Welcome to wild Africa, where life and death are but a breath apart. Across the sun-scorched plains of Africa, life evolves in a delicate equilibrium. And at the heart of this arduous struggle for survival, there is a powerful figure, the lioness, an emblem of tenacity, strategy, and teamwork. Unlike the males, who often play a role of protection and procreation, it is the females who are the core of the pride's hunting prowess. Each lioness possesses a body built for power and agility. Weighing around 265 pounds, they can reach speeds of up to 37 miles per hour. And coordinate their hunts through subtle, non-verbal cues. Typically, lionesses stay together for life, often as sisters, mothers, and grandmothers. This blood bond fortifies the trust and coordination essential for the hunt. The average lifespan of a lion in the wild is just 10 to 14 years, not long compared to other predators. Environmental pressures, territorial conflicts, injuries from the hunt, and competition from outsider males make survival a precarious venture. Yet, in this brief time, a lioness matures quickly, reaching her prime at around 6 years old, when her strength and experience are at their peak. What makes lionesses such supreme hunters is their ability to bring down prey many times their own size. Beyond antelope and warthogs, lions can take down zebra, wildebeest, and even young elephants if the conditions are right. They rely not just on size or strength, but on precise cooperation, a clear division of roles, and an incredible patience for the ambush. Today, the pride is targeting a herd of Cape buffalo, a formidable and dangerous prey, but one that offers a rich reward. A Cape buffalo weighs around 1,760 pounds, is armed with sharp, curved horns and a fearsome temperament, and is considered one of the most formidable adversaries on the plains. Yet, this is precisely what makes them the ultimate prize if the hunt succeeds. Hidden in the tall grass, downwind from the herd, 6 lionesses split into 2 groups. One group moves forward to distract the buffalo, while the other encircles them, aiming to isolate a weaker animal. The herd scatters in a storm of dust. The silent warriors of the savannah have claimed another victory, not through individual might, but through strategy, unity, and courage. In Africa, the lioness is a symbol of resilience and the art of survival. Through their collective hunts, they can fell prey many times their own weight and nourish an entire pride. Amid the harsh Kalahari Desert, where the heat and ever-present predators threaten every moment, a small society endures through its vigilance and cooperation, the meerkat. Weighing less than 2 pounds and measuring just 12 inches long, meerkats live in close-knit groups of up to several dozen individuals. Each member has a function, from digging for food to standing sentinel against danger. One stands erect, scanning the sky, while others search for scorpions, insects, and small lizards beneath the hot sand. They communicate with a diverse repertoire of calls, issuing different alarm signals for eagles, snakes, and jackals. When danger appears, the entire group freezes and vanishes underground. Meerkats are not only skilled defenders, they are also adept hunters. A young meerkat is hunting a scorpion. This is a technique learned from an early age. This wisdom is passed from one generation to the next, allowing them to survive in an unforgiving land. Across the sun-drenched plains of eastern and southern Africa, a silent figure glides through the short grass. It is not a lion, nor a hyena. It is the cheetah, armed with a weapon no other predator can match. Absolute speed. With its slender build, lightweight body, and an extraordinarily flexible spine, the cheetah can flex and launch itself like a spring, each movement propelling it forward. It has long forelimbs, powerful hind legs, and non-retractable claws that, like an athlete's spikes, increase its grip as it runs. Large nostrils, expansive lungs, a powerful heart, and a long tail that acts as a rudder help it maintain balance at top speed. Thanks to these adaptations, a cheetah can accelerate to over 62 miles per hour in just a few seconds. A marvel in the animal kingdom. However, these sprints quickly lead to exhaustion, leaving them vulnerable to having their kills stolen. While female cheetahs live a solitary existence, the males, particularly brothers from the same litter, form small coalitions of 2 to 4 individuals. It is a fundamental evolutionary strategy, improving territorial defense, increasing hunting efficiency, and providing mutual protection. In the wild, a solitary cheetah is successful in about 30% of its hunts. But with a coalition of males, that rate can double. Each one is not just a powerful individual, but a vital link in a machine of lethal precision. Speed is instinct. Strategy is intelligence. The cheetah has combined both to become one of the most fearsome hunters on the African savanna. In the dense forests of Central Africa, chimpanzees, our closest living relatives, live in incredibly cohesive social groups with clear hierarchies and some of the most complex behaviors in nature. The chimpanzee diet consists mainly of fruits, young leaves, seeds, and insects. And they are known to use tools such as sticks to fish for termites and stones to crack nuts, demonstrating a remarkable evolutionary intelligence. However, in recent decades, scientists have observed a notable shift. Chimpanzees have begun to hunt vertebrate prey, particularly red colobus monkeys. Meat is not only a valuable source of protein, but also a tool for forging social bonds. Males share meat with females, or their allies, to strengthen their position. From gentle fruit gatherers, chimpanzees have transformed into strategic hunters, using their intelligence and coordination to adapt to a fiercely competitive environment. The journey for survival takes us across the globe to a frozen land that governs all life. In the icy forests and snow-covered plains of North America, the gray wolf is a symbol of coordination, discipline, and resilience. They are not solitary or reckless creatures. They live by the strength of the pack. A full-grown wolf weighs from 77 to 132 pounds, with a muscular build. They can travel dozens of miles a day through forests, snow-covered hills, and frozen streams in search of prey. But what makes the grey wolf truly formidable is not its strength, but its cohesive social structure, which resembles a true family. Each pack has from 6 to over 15 individuals, led by an alpha pair. The other members assist in hunting, raising the young, and defending the territory. The enemy is not only the harsh wilderness, but also the scarcity of prey. So, instead of chasing small animals, grey wolves focus on larger game like moose, deer, and especially bison. Bison can weigh up to a ton and stand 3 times taller than a wolf, but by using intelligent encircling tactics, the pack can turn this giant into a feast for all. On a white morning with biting winds, a pack of grey wolves moves silently across the snow-covered plains. On the horizon, a herd of bison slowly crosses the prairie. The chosen prey is a young bison that has fallen behind the herd. The wolves do not attack immediately. They wait, and then the opportunity comes. Victory comes not from individual power, but from discipline, persistence, and perfect coordination. In a frozen world where every day is a test of survival, the grey wolf has turned teamwork into its greatest instinct. In the frigid oceans of the North Pacific and North Atlantic, amidst the white-capped waves and bottomless depths, humpback whales emerge as silent giants. They can reach up to 50 feet in length and weigh over 33 tons, and are characterized by their long pectoral fins, like great arms sweeping through the water. Despite their colossal size, humpback whales are mostly solitary, gathering only during mating or migration seasons. However, when it comes to feeding, especially when they hunt schools of herring or krill, they will cooperate closely to execute one of the ocean's most spectacular strategies: bubble net feeding. This temporary cooperation shows that even solitary creatures know when they need an ally. And when they do, they act with absolute precision. Orcas are the apex predators of the ocean. Members of the dolphin family, they grow up to 30 feet long and weigh nearly 6.5 tons, and are renowned for their striking black and white coloration and extraordinary intelligence. They live in small groups called pods, typically consisting of mothers and their offspring. It is an incredibly cohesive matriarchal society. Thanks to complex communication skills, they hunt with high strategy and coordination. Their prey is diverse, from small fish and seals to large sharks and even whale calves. Orcas even teach their young how to hunt by simulating situations, something rarely seen outside the human sphere. Intelligent and highly organized, they are the true queens of the deep sea. When the rains flood the Amazon and the forest floor is submerged, the piranha, a notoriously predatory fish, enters a unique phase of hunting. Piranhas typically live in schools, possessing razor-sharp teeth, swift reflexes, and an extremely keen sense of smell. They feed mainly on small fish, carrion, and insects. In the vast, flooded world of the Amazon forest, the piranha is a predator that doesn't need to move, but rather lets its prey fall into its trap. On the sun-scorched grasslands of Africa, a land of magnificent names like lion, leopard, crocodile, and hyena. Few would suspect that an animal bearing a less than elegant name like the warthog is one of the savanna's fiercest warriors. Though neither as elegant nor as graceful as a cheetah, the warthog lives a long and comfortable life, thanks to its clever strategies and the natural weapons on its face, its tusks. At first glance, they might seem like a wilder version of a domestic pig. With a short, stocky body, thick, sparsely haired skin, and a face full of warts. But do not be deceived by their strange appearance. What stands out most are their long, upward-curving upper tusks, which, along with their sharp lower tusks, form a highly effective weapon. Although warthogs are not aggressive, they do not hesitate to turn and face an enemy when cornered. They charge with surprising speed, lowering their heads and striking powerfully with their tusks in a counterattack strong enough to injure predators. There are many cases where hyenas, leopards, and even lions have had to abandon the chase of such an unappealing but difficult opponent. Warthogs are not just strong, they are also highly strategic. They often use abandoned burrows, especially those made by aardvarks, as shelters. When they enter the burrow, they reverse in, pointing their tusks towards the entrance, creating an impregnable fortress. In their daily lives, warthogs eat grass, roots, and occasionally insects, living a simple but highly adapted existence. They run with their tails held erect like an antenna, giving them a quick and quirky appearance, but making them unpredictable and difficult for predators to hunt. The warthog may not win the savanna's beauty contest, but if there were a competition for resilient survival, it would surely be a top contender. In a world where beauty can sometimes be a trap, the warthog's ruggedness and tenacity are the keys to survival. There is one thing that few would suspect. The warthog, seemingly solitary and shy, has a close ally in the wild world: the mongoose. On the arid plains of Africa, when the heat is intense and parasites begin to multiply on a warthog's skin, there are no spas open for business. But not to worry, for there is a mobile grooming team. The banded mongoose appears, ready for service. Whenever the warthogs feel the need for some personal care, they lie on their bellies, stretch out their legs, and settle onto the ground. But it is actually a polite invitation. The mongooses scurry over, hop onto the warthog's back, and begin to remove ticks, mites, parasites, and dead skin cells. In return, they receive a hearty, easy-to-find meal without having to dig. This relationship is a perfect symbiosis, where everyone benefits. The warthog gets cleaned, feels more comfortable, and is less prone to skin infections. Meanwhile, the mongoose gets a full stomach, stays safe, and enjoys a bristle massage. Not all large animals have the patience and intelligence required to cooperate in this way, but the warthog does. Beneath the brilliant light of day, there are shadows that are more silent and more dangerous, hunting with absolute precision. At the edge of the short grass, where steam rises from the hot rocks and birds hop restlessly. The caracal crouches, its tufted ears erect, attentive to the slightest sound. With its golden coat, slender body, and erect ears, the caracal is a skilled predator of the arid regions. Its powerful hind legs allow it to leap over 10 feet into the air and catch birds in flight with its sharp claws. Living a solitary life at the edge of the forest and among the bushes, the caracal needs to make no sound. If the caracal is a predator of heat and dust, its relatives have chosen other battlegrounds, no less harsh. On the endless plains of Africa, under the scorching sun and the winds that sweep through the grass, the lion appears without needing to hide. It walks towards the light like a king ascending his throne. Although the lion is called the king of the jungle, not all males have the right to wear the crown. On the African plains, power is not inherited, but seized with teeth, claws, and blood. When males come of age, they leave their mother's pride and wander, forming coalitions, often between brothers, waiting for the chance to overthrow another pride. When they reach their prime, between 5 and 7 years old, they return with a single goal: to seize leadership and pass on their genes. It is a brief battle, but its consequences can be serious: injury or death. The long mane, a distinguishing feature of the male lion, is not just a symbol of beauty, but also a biological shield. Typically, males with dense, dark manes are more highly valued by females, and they also suffer fewer injuries in battles thanks to the protection it affords their neck and face from bites. It is a harsh but effective survival strategy, deeply ingrained in the species' instinct. However, a male lion's reign is short, typically lasting from 2 to 4 years. Power on the savannah is never permanent. Only instinct, strength, and blood are real. When the roaring subsides and the victor's identity is established, A new order is set, not just on the battlefield, but also at home. And that is when the role of the lionesses comes to the fore. Silent, resilient, and utterly crucial. Unlike the males who are born to fight, protect, and then depart, the lioness is the soul that binds all members of the pride. They are the skilled hunters, the mothers, the protectors. Each female gives birth to 1 to 4 cubs after about 110 days of gestation. The cubs are born in the dense bush, away from the pride for the first few weeks. They are blind, small, weak, and completely dependent on their mother. In the early stages of life, the lioness protects her cubs alone, keeping them away from enemies like hyenas, leopards, or even strange male lions. Only when the cubs are old enough to keep up with the pride does the mother bring them back. And from then on, the learning begins. Typically, lionesses hunt in groups, and their perfect coordination gives them a higher success rate than most other predators. Meanwhile, the cubs watch from a distance, mimicking their mother's behavior and sometimes playing with the prey as if it were a toy. But these games are the first step to becoming a hunter. There is no specific season for life to begin, but as the fangs lengthen, the claws sharpen, and the speed increases. The lion cubs gradually step into the harsh world their mothers know so well. Midday, the sun scorches everything. Most life seeks shelter. Except for her. alone, exhausted. But hunger allows a hunter no rest. A warthog, the perfect target, if she can get close enough. In this world, silence is the ultimate weapon. The wind, the scent, the light, everything must be perfectly calculated. An instant, a single instant separates life from death. No prize, only precious energy, burned in vain. Even for the queen of the savannah, failure is a constant companion. She is forced to begin again. And here, weakness always attracts uninvited guests. The opportunists have caught the scent from afar. Hyenas have long been dismissed as mere scavengers, but the truth is they are hunters as organized, persistent, and fearsome as lions. With their low-slung bodies, muscles concentrated in the forequarters, and the most powerful jaws in the carnivorous world, a hyena can crush a skull or devour the remains of a carcass in minutes. Hyenas do not hunt alone, but move in clans of 10 to 30 individuals, coordinating their movements perfectly, and dividing the tasks of chasing, surrounding, and killing. When hyenas pinpoint their prey, their strength and numbers are their greatest advantages. And when they face a lone lion or even a small group, they do not hesitate to confront them. They encircle them, divide them, and provoke them. Not with the intent to kill, but to intimidate. And some males have died on the battlefield or been forced to abandon their kill after hours of struggle. However, the majority does not always win. On the harsh savanna, power belongs to no one forever, but to those who constantly test the limits of their ability to survive. In this wild world, strength is not given to the mightiest, but to the one who understands the brutal rhythm of nature and knows how to dance on the edge of the abyss. There is no stronger species, no permanent loser, only an endless struggle between instinct and choice, between opportunity and peril.
On the horizon, a group of animals appears breaking the mold of all other predators. Not with power nor with ambush, but with collective precision. These are African wild dogs. Weighing around 66 pounds with long legs and large rounded ears, these hunters may not impress at first glance. But behind that unassuming appearance lies one of Africa's most successful predators. The secret is the pack. Each pack functions as a single living organism where every member knows its role. Before the hunt, there is a quiet preparation, as if they are synchronizing their instincts. They communicate on the run, adjusting positions, encircling their quarry and taking turns in the lead. The prey faces not just speed, it faces a collective intelligence. Their defining trait is stamina. They can run for great distances without reducing their pace. When they catch their prey, they act with brutal speed, eating quickly to minimize the risk of their kill being stolen. Their success rate can be over 80%. A figure attainable only through discipline, communication, and careful selection of prey. This way of life extends to their social world. There is a dominant pair, but all participate in raising the young and caring for the injured. It is a unity rarely seen among predators. They do not need overwhelming strength, they win with strategy. In the world of the African wild dog, no one is left behind. Survival is not an individual effort, but a victory for the entire pack. Even the young are taught to coordinate, not just how to hunt. Each day is a test of endurance, cohesion, and loyalty. They do not seek glory, they seek life, and they do it together. In this land of intense competition, they are a reminder that cooperation is also a weapon. As the sun climbs higher, a slender body stretches among the grasses. The cheetah does not roar. It does not impose with size. It is a masterpiece of biological engineering built for speed. Weighing just over 150 pounds, it can seem fragile. But its light skeleton, elastic muscles, and a long tail that acts as a rudder make it the fastest land animal on the planet. In less than 4 seconds, it can reach 60 miles per hour. But speed without purpose is merely motion. The cheetah's true genius lies in its mastery of the chase. Its spine, a marvel of elastic engineering, allows it to pivot on a blade of grass, to weave through the air itself, turning the frantic escape of its prey into a perfectly choreographed dance of pursuit. Unlike predators that rely on ambush, the cheetah needs to be seen. It does not attack on a whim, but chooses with precision. If it calculates that it cannot close the distance, it will abandon the chase, for every attempt consumes immense energy. Its body is not made for repeated conflict. After a chase, it needs time to recover. In those minutes, it is highly vulnerable. A moment's delay could cost it everything. Therefore, it chooses to hunt by day, avoiding the peak hours of activity for lions and hyenas. It needs peace to eat, but even then there are no guarantees. It knows it cannot defend its meal. It is a master of the moment, a hunter that does not need to dominate the day, only that single instant when everything aligns and one success is enough to secure another day under the sun. It wins not by strength, but by the perfection of its timing. In this harsh world, speed is the only weapon it possesses, and it is all that it needs. Every hunt is a gamble where the line between success and exhaustion is just a few heartbeats wide. It is not a conqueror of the plains, but an artist of the savannah, silent, sharp, and ruthlessly precise. Because for the cheetah, a single flash is enough to trade for a day of survival in a land of giants. The quiet riverbanks of Africa hide a predator that needs neither to run, nor jump, nor roar to dominate. It simply waits motionless and lethal, the Nile crocodile. At over 16 feet long and weighing up to 1,500 pounds, it looks like a living rock in the water. Only its eyes break the surface, while the rest of its body remains invisible. The force of its bite is one of the most powerful in the animal kingdom. Once its jaws have closed, there is no escape. It drags its victim to the bottom and spins ferociously in a maneuver known as the death roll. During the Great Migrations, when wildebeest and zebra attempt to cross the rivers, the crocodile becomes a silent executioner. The attack is sudden, an explosion of water, a body pulled under, and in seconds all is quiet again. This predator is not limited to large herbivores. An unwary wild dog, a curious lion cub, or even a hyena can become prey. The seemingly placid river is its domain, and there it is king. It does not need to chase, it turns patience into a weapon. Every strike is the result of hours of stillness, weeks of surveillance without a single sign. When it acts, time seems to shatter in an instant. Beneath those ancient scales lies a predatory instinct that has existed for millions of years, never becoming obsolete. In the still waters, it is not just a predator, it is a nightmare waiting to erupt. Amid the vastness of the savannah, there is a hunter that the most hurried eyes often overlook. It is not large nor loud, but its every step is a promise of precision. The serval. Standing just over 2 feet tall, it is a specialist in small-scale hunting. Its large mobile ears act like radar dishes scanning the environment. Every sound is captured with high clarity. It pauses, listens, calculates, and then with an almost otherworldly leap it springs into the air. The serval can jump over 6 feet high, a short flight precise and almost silent. It returns to the ground with its prey already secured in its jaws. Its targets are small rodents, lizards, birds, insects. Everything demands precision, which is why its hunting success rate is one of the highest on the savannah. It lives in the gaps of the ecosystem hunting, where larger predators do not bother. It avoids being noticed, and that is what keeps it safe. It is the embodiment of adaptation, a master of quiet efficiency. It does not need great size to make an impact. Every movement is gentle, yet always with a clear purpose. Its success comes from patience and absolute precision. In the wild world, efficiency is sometimes more important than power. It is proof that to live silently is not to be weak. The African savanna is a territory where every heartbeat follows an ancient instinct. Survival is measured not just in strength or speed, but is expressed in daily decisions in the reading of the environment. Each predator we have seen shapes this landscape in its own way, forming a delicate balance where there is no room for weakness. From solitary hunters to pack strategists, from the calculated leap to the explosive underwater attack, all follow rules that were never written. Because on the savanna, the top of the food chain is not a fixed position, it is a constant challenge. These salt flats border various bodies of water, some with surprisingly strong currents. The entire pan covers an area of around 42 acres. Its name Vermont is derived from the French Mont Vert, meaning green mountain, a name inspired by the verdant slopes of the nearby Orcas mountain. A footpath, the Vermont Trail, now winds along the edge of the pan, drawing nature lovers who come to witness its remarkable bird life. In spring and early summer, the air is thick with birds. It is possible to count as many as 40 different species in a single hour. During the dry season, however, many will depart, migrating to other feeding grounds, some to the far corners of the globe. The waters here can shift from swift-flowing channels to tranquil lagoons, and every species finds a niche perfectly suited to its needs. And here, amidst the shimmering haze, the first of our residents reveals itself. The red-knobbed coot, a creature for whom perfection is a constant pursuit. It is an activity to which it devotes a great deal of time, second only to the endless search for food. Observing these birds at close quarters is not easy. They are exceptionally shy. They feed on algae and the roots and stems of aquatic plants. Given the chance, they will also take small invertebrates, even diving deep to find them. The female lays a clutch of 5 to 7 eggs, and both parents share the duties of incubation. The chicks are quick to leave the nest after hatching and will remain with their parents for about a month. They begin to forage for themselves between 55 and 60 days of age. The 2 red knobs on their foreheads, which distinguish them from other coots, appear only during the breeding season. At this time, the red-knobbed coot becomes highly territorial, fiercely defending its patch. But life here is a delicate balance. For the Cape shoveler, every ripple on the water, every shadow from above could signify the end. Survival is a moment-to-moment victory. Tragically, many young red-knobbed coots do not survive sometimes due to the overzealous care of their parents. Male and female Cape shovelers are easily told apart by the male's distinctive yellow eyes. They are most often seen in pairs or small flocks. These ducks are omnivores, their animal diet consisting mainly of mollusks and insects. This remarkable underwater hunter has an equally remarkable name, the great crested grebe. It is about the size of a common mallard. In many countries, this bird is now either locally extinct or stands on the brink of vanishing. The great crested grebe is a superb swimmer, but a reluctant flyer. It takes to the air only during seasonal migrations, flying low with a wingspan of about 3 feet. The grebe's preferred food is fish. It will also take small mollusks and crustaceans, and in times of scarcity will not refuse various kinds of larvae. It can pursue its prey to depths of 13 to 20 feet and is able to hold its breath for several minutes. In the spring, the grebe develops its special breeding attire, dark ear-like tufts, and a chestnut red ruff around its cheeks. Remarkably, their chicks can swim and dive almost immediately after hatching. Here, there is room enough for all. The black-winged stilt, a creature seemingly sketched from a single impossibly fine line balanced upon legs that defy gravity. It is acutely vulnerable to environmental change. Their numbers are in decline, and they are forced to migrate frequently, partly due to human activity, altering water levels and nesting sites. A stilt's wingspan can reach 28 to 33 inches. Its slender red legs account for about 60% of its total height. The grey heron can stand up to 39 inches tall and fly at speeds of nearly 40 miles per hour. Though it may hunt alone, it lives in quite large colonies. This unique bird lives near water, searching for a variety of insects and larvae. It is a migratory species with different strategies for its journeys. The grey heron's diet is quite varied, but consists mainly of fish. In addition, it will take amphibians, mollusks, crustaceans, and even small rodents. This is no ordinary gull, but the kelp gull. Although we see only one, this bird lives in small coastal colonies. The black-winged stilt is monogamous and nests near the shore, usually no more than 100 yards from the water's edge. Each clutch contains 2 to 4 eggs, with both parents sharing the task of incubation. After about 30 days, the young can fly and find their own food. The oldest recorded individual of this species lived for around 12 years. The white-breasted cormorant, as its name suggests, has a brilliant white chest and neck. It is a substantial bird with a body length of almost 3 feet. It favors open waters, both salt and fresh lakes, deltas, bays, and lagoons, as long as there is an abundance of fish. Each day, a single bird requires about a pound of food and is capable of swallowing a fish up to 2.5 feet long. A cormorant's body is built for pursuing fish. It has little fat but immensely powerful muscles. They can dive to depths of around 13 feet and hold their breath for a full minute. Cormorant colonies can range from 10 to 500 pairs. They will travel nearly 40 miles in search of a meal and thousands of miles during migration. The grey heron's neck has a unique shaped structure, giving it the flexibility to strike almost instantly to seize its prey. Besides fish, crustaceans and amphibians, it will also prey on small birds or their chicks. It can hunt by day or by night. The kelp gull can live beside the ocean or by inland freshwater. The juveniles have a dark brown back and take 3 to 4 years to reach maturity. This is a young kelp gull with the characteristic mottled brown plumage on its back. It is an opportunist, eating any small prey it can find as well as carrion and refuse. The grey heron may nest in trees or near the water and has a habit of returning to the same nest or at least the same nesting site year after year. Pairs are formed through a courtship ritual in which the male calls to prospective females. Once a pair is formed, they build the nest together, the male gathering materials, the female undertaking the construction. They take turns incubating their clutch of 2 to 3 eggs. After about 25 days, the chicks hatch and are fed by both parents for another 7 to 8 weeks before they can fly. Flamingos, truly fascinating birds and an adornment to any landscape. This extraordinary creature's wingspan can reach 5.5 feet, and it can stand nearly 4 feet tall. They can fly at speeds of up to 37 miles per hour. They are highly social, sometimes gathering in groups thousands strong during their migrations. Flamingos patrol the shallows by day, searching for food such as mollusks, crustaceans, crabs, and insects. They also supplement their diet with plant matter like grasses, seeds, and algae. The flamingo's beak is a highly specialized structure that functions as a filter. The bird can submerge its beak and sometimes its entire head to draw in water, which it then forces out, trapping the food inside. One theory suggests the kelp gull's alternate name Dominican gull refers to the Dominican order of friars whose habits its plumage is said to resemble. Despite their delicate appearance, flamingos are not only strong flyers, but also competent swimmers. They bathe regularly to clean their feathers. Flamingos are monogamous, but form a new pair bond each breeding season. They perform elaborate courtship displays involving synchronized wing raising and head flagging. The pair builds the nest together. A single egg is laid rarely too. Both parents then share incubation duties for 27 to 30 days. The young stay close to the adults. A chick is typically gray and will not develop its full adult plumage until it is 2 or 3 years old. The kelp gull has one particularly distinctive feature, a single red spot on its bill.
While the Kalahari lies under a nearly cloudless sky, the rains begin their story far away. There, among mountains and plateaus, begins a journey of water that defies both time and distance. Water that falls at the beginning of the year does not follow a traditional path to the sea. Instead, it embarks on a long, meandering journey through rivers that cut across the savannas. When these waters finally reach the Kalahari, they seem to defy all odds. They slowly inundate the desert, nourishing the parched land and creating the world's largest inland delta. The miracle behind the Okavango Delta begins between January and February, when the rains fall torrentially. These waters travel hundreds of miles, gaining strength and volume along the way. There, instead of continuing toward the ocean, the flow fans out into a web of channels and wetlands. At this moment, the sands fill with water, aridity turns to fertility, and life explodes. The region's high temperatures cause rapid evaporation and transpiration from plants. The flooding reaches its peak between June and August, precisely during Botswana's dry winter season. This timing attracts a great congregation of wildlife from vast distances. The delta's flat terrain, with a variation of less than 7 feet over an area of nearly 6,000 square miles, facilitates this spread. Each year, approximately 2,900 billion gallons of water flow into the Okavango Delta, yet not a single drop reaches another body of water. Intriguingly, the Okavango's greatest architects are not elephants, but termites. As billions of pounds of water submerge the desert, it is these towering fortresses that become islands of life, the only refuge for terrestrial existence. The region's climate is marked by summer concentrated rains, with an annual average of about 18 inches. During this period, the extent of the water bodies reaches its maximum, with the widest part of the delta stretching out. The phenomenon known as the Okavango River's flood pulse is one of its most impressive displays. This natural process occurs annually and is responsible for transforming vast areas of dry land. The pulse is a crucial event as it ensures the renewal of aquatic habitats. Here is a sanctuary for the continent's largest elephant population, accounting for roughly 1/3 of all elephants in Africa, with immense migratory herds. The area is home to 164 mammal species, including lions, leopards, cheetahs, hyenas, and African wild dogs. Most of the roughly 200,000 large mammals that roam the delta are not permanent residents. They are nomads, led by the rhythm of rain and vegetation. This ecological portrait also contains 157 species of reptiles, from small lizards to the formidable Nile crocodile. It is a paradise for wildlife observers and a natural laboratory for scientists. Among the first to arrive are the elephants, the true giants of the savannah. With pounds of weight bearing down on each step, this is the world's largest land animal. It clears paths through bushes and trees as if they were made of paper. Here, in the beating heart of the Okavango Delta, where water dances over the arid lands of the Kalahari. There are more than 130,000 individuals, the largest concentration of African elephants in the world. This giant can smell the liquid treasure from miles away, even under pounds of sand. They survive in arid environments like the Okavango Delta and the Kalahari Desert. Part of this success comes from an almost magical ability: the power to detect the presence of underground water. Thanks to an extremely sensitive sense of smell combined with an impressive memory, elephants can identify subtle clues. They are the desert's natural well diggers, capable of excavating wells with their feet and trunks. In the Okavango, they find everything they need: fresh water, aquatic vegetation, and shade. With their dexterous trunks, they uproot plants, break branches, and dig holes, creating small pools. The African elephant is a true colossus, capable of reaching 13 feet at the shoulder and weighing between 12,000 and 14,000 pounds. Its body is a living wall, covered in thick, wrinkled skin, etched with scars. The elephant's immense size is not just a matter of grandeur, it is a survival strategy. With its long limbs, it can cover great distances in search of water and food. Unlike its Kalahari relatives who live with thermal stress and scarcity, this giant thrives. It is a resilient survivor, reinventing itself between drought and flood. A single Okavango elephant can consume up to 440 pounds of vegetation a day. With its multifunctional trunk, it spends up to 16 hours a day foraging. And to quench its thirst in an environment where water flows like lifeblood, it needs to drink between 26 and 52 gallons. Close behind the elephants are the African buffalo, moving in large herds, ever watchful for danger. These animals form impressive herds that can range from small groups of 20 to 30 individuals. An adult can stand up to 5.5 feet at the shoulder with a robust body over 10 feet long. They can weigh between 1,760 and 2,200 pounds. They are veritable living walls. Living in areas of dense vegetation and fertile lands, the Okavango buffalo feed on grasses. But buffalo are not just voracious eaters. They are crucial pieces on the ecological chessboard. By grazing in large groups, they keep the grass short, clearing paths for smaller species. And where there is prey, there are predators. This relationship of predation and defense maintains the population balance among species. Thus, the Cape buffalo is not merely a robust herbivore. It is a natural engineer. In the wild kingdom of the Okavango Delta, where water shapes the cycles of life, predators reign with cunning and power. This humid sanctuary, one of Africa's richest, is home to a formidable roster of hunters. At the top of this chain is the lion, the supreme predator of the Okavango. With bodies weighing over 440 pounds and powerful jaws, lions are the brute force of the Delta. Lions adapt to the marshy terrain, hunting in groups, using the vegetation for camouflage. Unlike lions in other regions, these have developed stronger paws for navigating the wet ground. For the fastest animal on the planet, the flood is a prison. Its advantage of 75 miles per hour becomes useless when the ground turns to marsh. Its hunting territory shrinks daily. Raising cubs in this waterlogged world is a race against starvation. But while the cheetah is confined by the water, another predator sees it as an advantage. A master of stealth. The leopard, unlike the cheetah, it is a solitary and silent hunter. It uses the very islands created by the flood as observation posts. And with wide paws that distribute its weight, it moves through this marshy world with lethal patience. The cheetah's desperation is the leopard's opportunity. Unlike the cheetah, which relies on speed and relatively open areas, it is a solitary and silent hunter, exploring the swampy terrain with patience and strategy. It uses trees not only as shelters, but also as observation posts and safe larders. Its wide paws distribute its weight better on the unstable ground, preventing it from sinking. Its flexible diet is also a significant advantage. While the cheetah depends mainly on medium-sized antelopes, the leopard hunts everything. The cheetah, more vulnerable, often avoids confrontations and prefers to hunt at specific times. Often they must consume their prey quickly before it is stolen. The leopard, on the other hand, stronger and more aggressive, uses stealth as its main defensive weapon. Its ability to haul prey into trees is one of the leopard's greatest behavioral adaptations. In the Okavango Delta, one of the most impressive and effective hunters is the African wild dog. With an estimated population of only 6,000 individuals across Africa, this endemic predator of the Okavango is a jewel of evolution. Their strength lies in cooperation and communication, essential for their highly coordinated hunting strategy. The pack is bound by strong social ties, and all members, including the pups, are cared for by the group. This cooperative behavior extends beyond hunting. The dogs also share food equitably. Ecologically, wild dogs play a fundamental role in controlling herbivore populations. Their presence is crucial for the ecosystem as they help shape the diversity and health of the habitat. Among the meandering river arteries that cross the vast landscape, the hippopotamus is a constant presence, both familiar and powerfully imposing. An estimated 150,000 hippos are in Africa, with a large concentration in the Okavango. These semi-aquatic giants spend most of the day submerged in the cool waters. Though often seen floating or walking in the shallows, hippos are highly territorial animals. At night, they emerge to graze on land, consuming large quantities of vegetation. They are true giants of the African fauna. An adult hippo can measure up to 15 feet in length. Their calm appearance and seemingly gentle behavior mask the fact that they are one of the most dangerous animals. With powerful jaws and sharp canine teeth that can reach 20 inches in length, they are extremely aggressive. Hippos are often underestimated when it comes to the dangers of the African wild. But the reality is that they are one of the most dangerous animals on the continent. Despite their massive size, they are surprisingly agile both in water and on land. Their combination of size, strength, and speed is unmatched. Their presence in this ecosystem is fundamental as their activities, such as trampling riverbeds, create channels and pools. One of the most iconic groups of the African savanna thrives in complete harmony. At night, hippos emerge to graze, following paths fixed for generations. When the flood arrives, these submerged highways become main channels, bringing life deep into the arid land. Antelopes belong to a diverse group within the Bovidae family, the same as cattle, goats, and sheep. One of their main characteristics is a body adapted for running and agility. They are herbivores, feeding on grasses, leaves, and in some cases, aquatic plants. Another trademark is their pair of permanent horns, unlike deer, which shed their antlers annually. Antelopes are also distinguished by their highly developed senses. Wide vision, acute hearing. This combination of attributes, motor skills, sensory abilities, and social strategies This humid paradise is home to an impressive diversity of species. Among the most numerous is the black lekwe, a subspecies of the lekwe antelope perfectly adapted. These antelopes live in large herds that can number in the hundreds, forming one of the most notable presences. The lechwe is easily recognizable by its golden brown coat with a lighter underside and dark hind legs. But most impressive is its adaptation to the flooded environment. Males possess long, lyre-shaped horns used in battles for dominance and territory. Amid the bustling life of the delta, there is a ghost, the Sitatunga. It has a water-repellent, oily coat and specialized hooves for walking on reeds. When in danger, it does not flee. It submerges, leaving only its nostrils exposed, and vanishes. Among the winding channels and mopane forests is one of the most elegant and numerous animals. With its soft caramel-colored coat, black markings on its hind legs, and ever-watchful eyes, they do not just see danger, they practically feel it. In a sudden leap, they can reach 10 feet in height and cover 33 feet in a single bound. During the mating season, males fight for territory with impressive displays of strength. The largest antelope, the eland, majestic and silent, is often seen wandering in small groups. Although not the most numerous, its imposing presence makes it unmistakable. Males can weigh between 1,760 and 2,200 pounds, with some exceeding that mark. Despite its enormous size, the eland is a surprisingly agile animal. It can jump over fences up to 6.5 feet high and over short distances can reach considerable speeds. The greater kudu is slightly smaller than the eland, but equally striking in size and unique features. With majestic spiral horns that can measure over 3 feet along the curve, this antelope not only commands respect, an adult male can stand up to 5 feet 3 inches at the shoulder and weigh between 420 and 595 pounds. The total body length can reach an impressive 8 feet, not including the tail, which adds another 12 to 20 inches. On its back, vertical white stripes run like brushstrokes painted by some ancestral artist. Each marking seems to tell an ancient story of survival, wisdom, and silence. The kudu moves with a surprising lightness for such a robust animal. A symbol of strength and mystery, the greater kudu has been revered by various African cultures. Its presence inspires respect not only in its natural predators but also in people. The kudu is a master of camouflage and disappearance. It is this duality between its majestic presence and its absolute silence that makes it an almost mystical figure. Together, these antelopes not only enrich the visual landscape of the delta, but also sustain the food chain. The hippopotamus does not drift with the current like a crocodile, nor does it slink through the mud like an otter. It walks with a steady tread each night from its deep water refuge to the banks to feed. And it is this unchanging habit, repeated over many years, that has created what are now known as hippo highways. What were initially simple pathways have, over time, evolved into a complex network of channels connecting shallow pools and remote marshes with the delta's central flow. The hippo's role does not stop at moving water. Each night, a hippo can consume 66 to 88 pounds of grass. After feeding, it returns to the water to cool its body and escape the harsh sun day. And then, in that water, it releases a large amount of waste, a natural fertilizer rich in nitrogen and phosphorus, which promotes the growth of algae and plankton. When the dry season sweeps through the Okavango Delta, the once vast wetlands shrink to a few shallow waterholes. Wherever water remains, it becomes a battlefield. From a distance, a group of lions approaches. The heat is intense. Their throats are parched, but to take a sip of water, they must confront the true ruler of these waters. The hippo opens its enormous mouth like a stone gate, revealing dagger-sharp canines. It is not an invitation, it is a challenge. Under the harsh sun of the Masai Mara, the ground trembles in waves as the wildebeest herds pour across the savanna like a living tide. But within that chaos, another chase begins. The cheetah does not hide in the shadows. It stands in broad daylight, its body taut like a drawn bow. Its eyes are locked on an unwary target at the edge of the herd, a Thompson's gazelle. A lightning-fast burst tears through the air. In less than 20 seconds, the cheetah reaches 75 miles per hour, the fastest speed ever recorded on land. But the gazelle does not give up easily. It reacts instantly, swerving in an instinctive zigzag pattern. Those slender legs are not just for running. They are made to fight for life. With its slender build and poor defensive capabilities, the cheetah avoids hunting at night when larger predators like lions and hyenas dominate. Instead, it hunts in the early morning or late afternoon. While the females live alone, raising their cubs and often moving to protect them, the males tend to form tight-knit groups called coalitions, often composed of brothers. However, the cheetah lives on the edge of the food chain. Despite being a master of speed, it often loses its hard-earned prey to lions, hyenas, and even leopards. After each energy-draining chase, a cheetah must rest to recover, and that is when stronger rivals often appear. The cheetah's kill-loss rate in the Masai Mara is as high as 50%. Under the scorching heat, silence is not peace, but a threat. In the sparse bushes, 3 pairs of young eyes look up, waiting. Hunger has gnawed away their innocence, and each weak breath is a silent question to their mother. In the amber eyes of the mother lion, there is no pride of a king. Only the weariness of a hunter who has failed for days and the burden of her small lives on the brink of death. The maternal instinct burns hotter than the scorching sun, turning fear into ultimate courage. In the distance, a solitary figure appears, the only source of life. This is no longer a hunt. This is a battle for the future. A battle where the loser will not see tomorrow. Around them, only the breath of the victor remains. Today's meal is not a trophy, it is life. Survival comes not just from tooth and claw, but from the invisible laws that shape the lion prides of Zakuma. In a night that swallows the stars, every breath is a gamble. There are no roars of defiance, only the frantic drumming of a heart in the prey's chest and the deadly stillness of a hidden predator. This is not merely a meal, it is nature's death sentence, where a moment of weakness, a single small mistake, is enough to end a life. Under the Zakuma sky, the battle for survival has no spectators, no rules, only one law. The weak are culled. And every dawn that breaks is a bloody victory, a cold reminder of the brutality and glory of life. Under the scorching skies of Central Africa, Zakuma once echoed with the desperate cries of the African bush elephants. According to the European External Action Service, between 2002 and 2010, over 4,000 individuals vanished without a sound. At one point, nearly 100 never returned each week. The population was shattered, many herds completely dispersed. Step by step, greed and helplessness had turned Zakuma into a desolate graveyard. It wasn't until 2010, when African parks stepped in, that a new hope began to sprout from the ashes. For the first time, satellite devices tracked the heavy footsteps of these giants. Local communities became the guardians, protecting the wildlife and the land of their ancestors. Now, Zakuma once again thrives as a biological battlefield, where predator and prey struggle for survival in its most primal rhythm. In the shade of the acacia trees, the lion waits patiently, its eyes glowing like embers. Not far away, a herd of taupe antelopes watches intently for strange movements in the wind. Across the murky water, a Nile crocodile surfaces in silence, while a hippopotamus stirs. A silent, wordless contest begins. Life here may not roar, but it beats fiercely, silently, and with a relentless intensity. Zakuma National Park was officially established in 1963 by a presidential decree of the Republic of Chad. Zakuma became the country's first national park and one of the oldest protected areas in the Central African region. Its establishment marked a shift from a loosely managed territory to a strictly protected area. This was a pivotal moment in the history of wildlife conservation in Chad, laying the foundation for future ecological restoration strategies. By 2024, the officially recognized area of Zakuma was 1,175 square miles. Located in the southeast of the Republic of Chad, Zakuma National Park spans the provinces of Guera and Salamat. The park is situated in the Sudano-Sahelian Ecological Transition Zone, a meeting point between the edge of the Sahara Desert and the tropical forests of Central Africa. Thanks to its geographical location, the area mainly consists of low-lying plains with an elevation ranging from 656 to 1,640 feet above sea level. The geology is primarily composed of ancient alluvial and desert sand deposits, which has allowed for the development of a network of rivers. This is essential for maintaining both the hydrological balance and ecological health. Reintroduction of the black rhino in 2018. The bird life is even more diverse, with 530 species recorded. Consequently, the park has become one of Africa's premier birdwatching destinations, especially during the flood season. In terms of plant life, Zakuma has recorded over 500 species of vascular plants, with the main ecological structure being the shrub savanna. Each plant community is distributed based on soil moisture, from the seasonally flooded grasslands to the dry savannas. The climate of Zakuma is characterized as semi-arid with two distinct seasons. The rainy season lasts from May to September, while the dry season extends from October to April of the following year. This seasonal climate pattern dictates the life cycles of the plant communities and strongly influences the migratory, reproductive, and foraging behaviors of the wildlife in the region. The dry season in Zakuma brings the most extreme climatic conditions, with daytime temperatures often soaring above 95 degrees Fahrenheit and humidity dropping to very low levels. Rainfall is almost non-existent, causing the seasonal rivers and wetlands to dry up, leaving behind cracked mudflats and ash-colored withered grasslands. The Sahelian acacia savanna, located in the northern part of Zakuma, is the most arid ecoregion in the entire park. The terrain here is flat, with fast-draining sandy clay soil, causing surface moisture to disappear just a few weeks after the rainy season ends. The absence of water and natural shade means that the ground temperature in this area often exceeds 113 degrees Fahrenheit at midday. However, the plant life in this region has evolved to withstand these extremely arid conditions through adaptations such as small leaves, deep root systems, and a thick outer bark. And the animals here are anything but fragile. Amidst the dusty veil that covers the savanna, the African civet silently roams the night, playing an essential role. With its highly developed scent glands, it leaves distinct chemical trails on tree trunks, rocks, and familiar paths. This scent-marking behavior is crucial for establishing territory and helps to prevent conflict, especially when food becomes limited. Their diet is both flexible and essential. From insects and fallen fruits to carrion, they contribute to the decomposition process. Also a small and agile creature, the caracal has adapted remarkably to the harsh, arid conditions of Zakuma. With its prominent long ears tipped with sharp black tufts like arrows, this wild cat is known for its ability to leap vertically up to 10 feet. An impressive skill that allows it to catch birds in mid-air. thanks to its compact body and a sandy-colored coat that blends perfectly with the environment. The caracal moves with ease through the low thorn bushes. The Kordofan giraffe, the tallest of animals, faces no small challenge in surviving the dry season. Classified as a critically endangered subspecies, the Kordofan giraffe now numbers fewer than 2,000 individuals in the wild. More than half of them live in the core of Zakuma. Compared to other giraffe subspecies like the Maasai or the South African giraffe, the Kordofan is significantly smaller. Its average height ranges from 14.8 to 18 feet. Its coat is a pale cream color with small, sparse spots. Its mouth, equipped with flexible lips and a tongue nearly 18 inches long. This is a significant biological advantage, reducing direct competition with other herbivores. Among the hoofed mammals, the giraffe endures some of the highest joint and spinal pressures due to its size and long neck. This makes them particularly vulnerable to sudden changes in terrain, such as cracked dry ground or shifting sand slopes. GPS tracking reports from early 2025 show that the movement of the Kordofan giraffe has increased by nearly 30% during the dry season. This increase in movement under the intense heat depletes their energy and puts additional pressure on their joints. Furthermore, with a long neck and a cardiovascular system that operates at a blood pressure nearly double that of a human, bending down to drink from low water holes during the dry season comes with serious risks. However, the Kordofan giraffe has adapted. They shorten their bending time, remain vigilant in small groups, and primarily move in the early morning hours. More worrying, however, is their slow reproductive cycle and low birth rate. Each female gives birth to only one calf after a gestation period of up to 15 months. Also in the arid Sahelian acacia savanna, where the Kordofan giraffe reigns in the treetops, the warthog stands out near the ground. Unlike many animals in Zakuma that tend to hide from the daytime heat, the warthog remains active during the peak hours. According to movement tracking data, the warthog spends 60 to 70% of its day foraging, with peak activity in the early morning and late afternoon. Notably, the pregnant or lactating females tend to extend their foraging time more than the males to meet their higher energy demands. Equipped with a pair of scimitar-shaped tusks and a low-slung body, they can dig deep burrows for their nightly refuge. Their tusks are also defensive tools. In the dry season, when fresh grass is scarce, the warthog feeds on its knees, a behavior that helps to conserve energy. They can also eat carrion and sometimes hunt insects or small animals when their main food sources are limited. Although not particularly large, the warthog is by no means helpless when facing its well-known predators. The adult individuals can charge with their tusks and use a sudden burst of speed of up to 28 miles per hour. The female warthogs protecting their young have even been known to approach and challenge medium-sized predators like the jackal. However, their presence on the fringes of the Sahelian acacia savanna can sometimes cause ecological concerns. During prolonged droughts, some warthogs may wander into the buffer zones, raiding the fields of rice, peanuts, or cassava. These raids have led to the warthog being considered an agricultural pest in some of the communities bordering the forest. In addition, the warthog is considered a natural host of the tsetse fly, an insect capable of transmitting African sleeping sickness. They are also potential carriers of the African swine fever virus, which they can carry without obvious symptoms. Managing the warthog population is a complex challenge in the buffer zones, where the boundary between the wilderness and human habitation remains fragile. The arid Sahelian acacia savanna of Zakuma is not an easy place to live. But the lion remains, not because it is the best place, but because it is the most suitable for their hunting strategy and survival needs. The lions in Zakuma are smaller than those in eastern and southern Africa. The males weigh on average from 265 to 330 pounds. With a minimal mane and a lean body, they move with more agility and expend less energy, an essential advantage in this arid savanna. They hunt mainly at night and at dawn when the prey begins to emerge from their shelters and the sunlight is still gentle. The most effective hunting window, according to data from GPS collars collected by African parks in early 2025, is from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. The remaining depressions around the Tama River become mandatory gathering points for herbivores like the topi, the roan antelope, and the warthog, and thus they become the main ambush areas. The lion is not a long-distance chaser in the open terrain, and the low, sparse bushes like the Senegal acacia, they rely on ambush tactics. This strategy helps to conserve energy, reduces the risk of failure, and is well suited to the landscape. In Zakuma, the lion prides are usually small, from 3 to 6 individuals. This is due to the low density of prey, the harsh environmental pressure, and the need to move over a wide range. The smaller groups move faster, require less food sharing, and are better able to control the vast territories. In the pride, the lionesses lead the hunt. They coordinate in small groups, usually sisters or mothers and daughters, to execute precise attacks. However, while the lionesses hunt, the males eat first, even if they did not participate. This rule maintains order and security in the pride. The adult males protect the pride from rival males and competing predators. In return, they get first access to the food. When prey is scarce, the females often carry a portion of the carcass away to feed their cubs separately, reducing conflict and improving their chances of survival. However, the tight social structure of the lion is also fragile. The population numbers in the entire region are still low, and many prides show signs of inbreeding. The West African lion group of Zakuma shares a lineage with those in the W. Ali Penjari complex and also mixes with populations from Central and North Central Africa. A 2024 genetic analysis confirmed that the lions of Zakuma carry an intermediate genome. This indicates the crucial role of Zakuma in connecting the last remaining genetic corridors of the Panthera leo subspecies. With fewer than 1,000 adult individuals of this subspecies left in the wild, Zakuma National Park plays a vital role, The lion also helps to maintain the ecological balance. Where there are lions, the herbivore herds move more cautiously and avoid overgrazing in specific areas. Zakuma is gradually recovering with purpose and action. In February 2025, Zakuma partnered with the Lion Recovery Fund to launch a comprehensive lion monitoring protocol. It combines camera traps, GPS tracking, genetic sampling, and analysis of social structure. The goal of this initiative is to determine the exact population numbers, track age, sex, and social relationships within the prides. At the same time, at the foot of the savanna, the Abyssinian ground hornbill quietly assumes its own role in the biological regulation of the ecosystem. Up to 3.6 feet tall, with a jet black plumage and a prominent red facial skin, it strides across the dry grasslands in search of insects, reptiles, and even young rodents. On top of its bill is a glossy black casque, a hollow structure that helps to amplify its deep, resonant call. Data from Zakuma in 2025 shows that these birds form lifelong pairs and control feeding territories of up to 1 square mile. In the dry season, when the ground cover is sparse and the ground cracks under the heat, their hunting efficiency improves. The Abyssinian ground hornbill lives mainly on the ground, making them a special site in the savanna ecosystem. In the dry season, the reduced vegetation cover significantly enhances their visibility and foraging range. As the ground hornbill's steps glide over the sun-scorched grass in search of insects, silent circles begin to form above. They are not a sign of life, but of an end. A life has ended, and another crucial link in the ecosystem is stepping in to perform its final duty. The African white-backed vulture. The most common vulture species in the sub-Saharan region, the African white-backed vulture makes up nearly 50% of the total vulture population in Chad. With a wingspan of up to 7.5 feet and extremely sharp vision, it can spot a carcass from a distance of 2.5 to 3 miles. When an individual spots a target, it begins to circle silently above, a clear visual signal that attracts others to the scene within minutes. In the dry season, when carcasses are more frequent due to lack of water and survival stress, their role becomes even more critical. They can clean a carcass within a few hours, eliminating harmful pathogens like anthrax and tissue-decomposing viruses. The African white-backed vulture follows a distinct feeding strategy. Unlike the larger vultures that tear the skin or crush the hard bones, the African white-backed vulture does not break the tough hide. Instead, it uses a pull-and-eat strategy, taking advantage of its beak shape to access the soft tissues, especially the internal organs. Most of the carcasses they consume are not from hunted prey, but from animals that have died of disease, accident, or exhaustion. After feeding, these birds often rest with their wings spread wide, basking in the dry heat, a characteristic behavior. The sunning not only helps to speed up digestion, but also helps to eliminate bacteria that cling to their feathers, acting as a natural biological shield. While the African white-backed vulture silently cleans up the remains of life, the martial eagle is often the one to initiate the cycle. As one of the most powerful birds of prey in Africa, it does not rely on flocks or the smell of rot. Instead, it hunts with unwavering and unhesitating precision. With a wingspan of over 8.5 feet and a weight of up to 13 pounds, its talons can grip prey twice its own weight. Its vision is estimated to be 3.6 times sharper than a human's, sharp enough to detect the slightest movement within a range of over 3 miles. In the dry season, when the grass is sparse and the ground is cracked, the martial eagle has a clear vantage point from the remaining tall Senegal acacia trees. They hunt alone, targeting prey weighing from 1 to 11 pounds. A single dive can reach a speed of up to 150 miles per hour. There is no chase, only perfect timing and a decisive attack. In addition, unlike many large eagles known for their noisy breeding calls, like the crested eagle, the martial eagle is almost silent. This silence makes it harder to detect and study in the wild, but it also reflects its solitary lifestyle and a strategy based on stealth. If the Sahelian savanna forms the arid buffer zone to the north, moving deeper into the heart of Zakuma, the landscape begins to change. Under the scorching savanna sun, the rhinoceros stands like nature's armored vehicle. Weighing over 5,000 pounds, with skin as tough as protective plating and a horn nearly 3 feet long, it is almost immune to most challenges. But its arsenal is not just visual. The rhino possesses an exceptionally keen sense of smell, capable of detecting the scent of a predator from over a mile downwind. Its nose acts as an early warning system, often giving it enough time to prepare for a confrontation or simply to slip away before the enemy is even aware. Lions understand that even an ill-timed charge could end their hunt. So they rarely take the risk unless the opportunity is unmistakable. A rhino calf faces the greatest danger when it strays from its mother's protection. Just a few slow steps or a moment of confusion can give a pride of lions the opening to close in quickly. If the mother cannot return in time, the pride will work together to overpower the calf, ending the chase abruptly. However, hunts like these are extremely rare. The success rate for lions targeting a rhino calf is only about 2 to 5%. Amidst the dense canopy of the tropical forest, the southern bald eagle Haliaeetus leucocephalus emerges as a symbol of power and freedom. Its brilliant white head and a wingspan of nearly 2 meters make every glide a display of absolute mastery of the air. They build their nests in tall trees like oaks or palms. Enormous structures, weighing hundreds of pounds, used for many consecutive years, a testament to their endurance. Each breeding season, the eagle lays 1 to 3 eggs, with a chick survival rate reaching 70%, a remarkable figure in a forest fraught with danger. Their diet consists mainly of fish, making up to 90% of their intake, but they will not hesitate to hunt small birds, mammals, or even scavenge on carrion in times of scarcity. As darkness falls, the distinctive call of the barred owl Strix varia echoes through the forest, a declaration of its sovereignty. They fly in silence, their bright eyes piercing the gloom, masters of the night forest. A diet rich in rodents and small birds helps to control prey populations, especially during the breeding season when nutritional demands are high. Each species, from the daytime predators to the masters of the night, helps to weave the intricate, balanced, and enchanting tapestry of the tropical forest ecosystem. And that is why protecting nature is not just a duty, it is a matter of our own survival. In the cypress ecosystem, the Everglades landscape unfolds as a breathtaking natural masterpiece with strands of towering cypress trees. Dome cypresses grow in clusters, with the tallest trees at the center and progressively smaller ones towards the edge, creating a distinctive domed shape. The towering cypresses also provide nesting sites for many bird species, contributing to a rich and vibrant ecosystem. Amidst the vast swamps and slow-moving waters of the cypress ecosystem, the river otter has found its ideal home. Here, the calm water and dense vegetation form a complex wetland network where these otters can easily hide and hunt. As semi-aquatic animals, river otters are formidable underwater hunters. Their sensitive whiskers help them detect movement in the water, even in low visibility conditions. They can swim at speeds of 6 to 7 miles per hour and dive to depths of up to 65 feet to catch their prey. The river otter plays a crucial role in maintaining ecological balance. A 2024 study revealed that they can reduce smaller predatory fish populations by up to 30%. In the tranquil environment of the cypress stands, the anhinga is often seen perched on a branch, spreading its wings to dry its feathers and regulate its body temperature. They are formidable underwater hunters, distinguished by their long, sharp beaks, which they use to spear and catch fish with precision. Their underwater hunting behavior helps to regulate prey populations, maintaining ecological balance and preventing the overgrowth of small fish species. The mangrove ecosystem is also a vital refuge and feeding ground for one of the rarest aquatic mammals, the West Indian manatee. These gentle giants are highly vulnerable to boat propellers due to their poor ability to hear low-frequency sounds. Weighing up to 1,200 pounds, they spend up to 8 hours a day grazing on seagrass and other aquatic plants, consuming up to 100 pounds of vegetation daily. In the coastal lowlands of the Everglades, a clear boundary between fresh and salt water does not exist. During the rainy season, fresh water flows south from the Everglades. When storms arrive, seawater surges inland, bringing with it the salt of the ocean. This ecosystem acts as a natural barrier, shielding the Everglades from storms while sustaining life for many species dependent on the delicate balance of land, water, and wind. The wood stork wades through the shallows, distinguished by its unique hunting strategy. Its long, sensitive beak is an incredibly effective hunting tool. As the wood stork forages, its feet stir the water, startling small fish and driving them straight into the open trap of its beak. Beneath the clear waters of the coastal lowlands, the sandbar shark moves with grace. The mangrove swamps serve as an ideal nursery for young sandbar sharks. Salt water from the Florida Bay flows inland, meeting freshwater currents from the north, creating a vast brackish zone that stretches for over 800 square miles. Lush seagrass beds act as peaceful nurseries for countless marine creatures. This ecosystem stands as a bulwark, protecting the inland areas from the full force of the sea. In Florida's coastal waters, the short-finned pilot whale dives deep into the darkness, descending to nearly 2,000 feet, where squid, its primary food source, await. They live in pods of up to 30 to 50 individuals, hunting together and protecting one another from threats. The brackish waters and bays of Florida are a stage for the impressive hunting tactics of the Atlantic bottlenose dolphin. Using complex sounds like clicks and whistles, they not only communicate but also execute perfectly timed hunts. A common strategy is circle feeding, where dolphins form a vortex around their prey, herding them into a tight ball, making them easier to catch. As the winter sky changes, hundreds of pairs of roseate spoonbills gather on the small islands of Florida Bay. Their nests perched high above become cradles for new life. Below in the shallow, muddy waters, these birds use their long, spoon-shaped beaks to feed. This unique feeding technique helps them catch prey and maintain balance in the food web. Another notable wading bird is the reddish egret, known for its distinctive hunting style. The Everglades, a vast network of rivers and wetlands, nurtures a diverse ecosystem. However, over the past century, human activities have significantly altered this landscape. In the early 20th century, canals and levees were built to drain the wetlands, converting them into agricultural land and urban areas. This intervention disrupted the natural hydrological system. Today, only about 50% of the original wetlands remain. The Everglades now faces problems such as declining water quality habitat loss and saltwater intrusion due to reduced freshwater flow. The amount of freshwater flowing into the Everglades has decreased by approximately 70% since human intervention began. Sugarcane cultivation has also had a detrimental impact. Chemicals from fertilizers and pesticides run off into the water channels, causing eutrophication, which leads to excessive algal growth. The invasion of numerous exotic species has caused severe damage, with the Burmese python being a prime example. This invasive species was first discovered in 1979. Human activities have also contributed to climate change, shaking the very foundations of the Everglades National Park's ecosystem. Sea level rise is one of the most severe threats. The sea level along the Florida coast has risen by 0.08 to 0.12 inches per year over the past decade. If sea levels continue to rise, the freshwater marshes and the Everglades ecosystem could disappear, causing irreparable damage. A 2023 study indicates that if sea levels rise between 1.5 to 5 feet by the end of this century, about 60% of the Everglades mangrove forests could be permanently submerged. Warmer ocean waters have increased the frequency and intensity of hurricanes, with more Category 4 and 5 storms. A NOAA report from 2023 shows that the number of severe storms has increased by 25% over the last 30 years. To counter these negative impacts, numerous conservation and restoration programs have been implemented. The comprehensive Everglades Restoration Plan (SERP), launched in 2000, is a monumental undertaking. With a total estimated cost of $10.5 billion, the plan includes over 68 sub-projects designed to restore the ecosystem. One of the most inspiring restoration stories is the Picayune Strand Restoration Project. In the 1960s, this area was converted and its wetland ecosystem severely degraded. To reverse the damage, the project was initiated in the early 2000s. Over 160 miles of canals were filled in to prevent water from draining out of the area. Since then, the ecosystem has begun to recover. These efforts have restored over 55,000 acres of wetlands, bringing hope for a vibrant and balanced ecosystem. Conserving the Everglades National Park is not just the responsibility of large organizations or governments, it lies in the hands of every individual. Taking action today is the key to creating a future for generations to come so that this magical land can continue to tell its story. Have you ever witnessed the magnificence of the Everglades, the world's most unique ecosystem, with your own eyes? If you have experienced those moments, do not hesitate to share your feelings and stories in the comments below. Your sincere emotions and unique perspectives are a great source of motivation, inspiring the community to raise awareness for nature conservation. Thank you for joining Animal Nature 4K on this fascinating journey into the wild world. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to continue with us on our next adventures.